Hello and welcome to the vlog of Independent Bookshop Week Cosy Reading Night. You know I love me a Cosy Reading Night anyway, but an Independent Bookshop Week Cosy Reading Night, extra special. So today is Saturday, the 24th of June. It is the last day in Independent Bookshop Week. It's been lovely, isn't it? Celebrating the old independent bookshops. You may well have seen a video I made where I went and visited the Little Green Bookshop in Herne Bay, which is an independent bookshop, to buy my TBR for this evening. One of the books, we'll get more onto the reading books a bit later on, but one of the books I bought was Your Daily Veg, a cookery book, Modern Fuss-Free Vegetarian Food by Jo Woodhouse. I love to browse cookbooks, and I love to browse cookbooks in independent bookshops because quite often they've got stuff that isn't necessarily charting or sort of, it's nice to have a browse, or they have like a more refined selection. So I was absolutely elated to find this. Hello David, you alright? I was absolutely elated to find this, and I picked two things that I'm going to make for this evening's event. So I'm going to make roasted butternut squash with whipped tahini, pickled red onion and mint. That's one thing we're having. And then the other thing we're having is broccoli quiche. And I thought they'd both be nice things to have tonight. So it is, as you can see, coming up for 5:30, an hour and a half until Cosy Reading Night. I better get making some food, or prepping some food at least, so that we're not going to go hungry during those 3 hours and we can just dedicate them fully to reading. Say yes, David?
Yes!
Yeah! We've got some nice sort of darker times going on in the kitchen. It's quite warm here in the UK today. So the kitchen's always quite a nice cool space anyway. It's on the corner. So the light that's coming through is just enough. So it was just keeping us cool. So it won't be cool when I have to put the oven on 220 degrees to preheat to get ready for the butternut squash. But I'm gonna prep the butternut squash. I'm gonna put everything in to cook around 6:30, so that just gone 7, probably about 7:20, so we'll be a little bit into Cosy Reading Night, it'll all be ready. So things I need for this delicious roast butternut squash with whipped tahini, pickled red onion and mint. 1 butternut squash. Yes, I can do that. 1 butternut squash. 3 tablespoons of a neutral oil such as groundnut or sunflower. I've got vegetable oil. That's neutral, isn't it? 1 red onion, which I will finely slice at some point. Where's that? Ah. 1 red onion for finely slicing. A glug of red wine vinegar. Had to replace the old red wine vinegar today because I love this and I use this often. Tahini. Needed a new jar of tahini as well. Where is it? What's he done with it? Oh, it might be behind you. Excuse me. It is. I mean, David unpacked. I would probably put this in ingredients rather than cans, but whatever. 1 lemon for a squeeze of lemon juice. Hard work to get that out. A handful of mint leaves. Good quality olive oil for drizzling. I've got some of that. I've got some organic extra virgin olive oil, and sea salt flakes and black pepper. Sea salt flakes, black pepper. I'm not sure I've got any black pepper. This is my little pepper pinch pot I made once before, and as you can see, there's very little in the way of black pepper in there. I'll have to have a rummage. Hold on. Phew. I did have black pepper and I've now filled up my pinch pot. I mean, how cute am I making this little pinch pot? Actually, I should use this as an opportunity to fill up my salt pinch pot too. Well, I remember making these. I made these at a Christmas craft thing with just some leftover, oh God, with some leftover clay that I had. And they were like, do you want to glaze them or anything? And I was like, no, I like them as they are. So everyone was a bit disappointed that I hadn't. And that's quite unlike me actually, isn't it? Normally I would be shoving a load of old colour over something, but no, I didn't. Anyway, so that can go back in there now. Because, no, don't fall. Oh no. Because now I've got 2 fully stocked pinch pots. Can she say pinch pot anymore? Right, okay, so preheat the oven to 220. We're not doing that quite yet because we're not putting it in. Place the butternut squash, so I need to halve, de-seed and cut into rough, large chunks. I've got the perfect tool for chopping a squash. I can find it in here. It's this. So I got this from Pampered Chef, which are a company that no longer operate in the UK. And this is the best thing I've ever had for cutting sweet potatoes or squash or anything. I will show you it in action because you can really bear down with some weight and it's got a little rock on it. But don't let me tell you it, let me show you it. Just before I get chopping, I thought I'd also show you another tool that I use when cutting butternut squash, and that's this, which is a melon baller and a sort of scoop. Again, Pampered Chef, you might be able to get something else similar, but perfect for getting seeds and stuff out. I'll implement both of these tools now. Here we go. Straight through. And then again, straight through. And then use this to scoop out the seeds, which is very, very helpful. I mean, you could do this with a spoon as well, but I just find both ends very helpful for getting out those pesky seeds. And then, all seeds gone, I'm going to chop it like this, I think. So yeah, a great tool. Chopped squash into baking tray. I've got one of these stoneware ones where you don't need baking parchment, which is nice. Oh, don't want that bit. And then lots of oil and a healthy pinch of salt, I'm told. And then this is going to be mixed and put into the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Oh no, 25 to 35 minutes, and I'm going to turn it all, but I'll just give it a good stir after 15. So that's that prepped. Now I've got to do other bits which involve chopping my red onion and pickling it with salt and some red wine vinegar. And then I set that aside and just give it a stir every now and again. So I will do this. Onion macerating. I do love pickled stuff. In fact, I've got some kimchi that's going to go really nice with this as well. So, and now I'm going to whip up the tahini. So I need 225 grams of tahini, which I think is probably going to be quite, almost the whole bloody thing. Is that right? 200 grams, so yeah, almost the whole thing. And some water, and I'm going to whisk it. Am I going to do it manually? Probably not. Let's see if that's enough lemon. I'll always have more lemon.
For silliness and absurdity and glib playfulness to return to the Coven. Breathe into life and stop. Conrad, Steph, and so many more had died.
So I've prepped as much as I can for the squash, and now we're on to broccoli quiche. I'm not making the pastry, even though the book tells you to, because it's just so easy to do this shortcut stuff. And then the other stuff that I need were butter, onion, eggs, milk, buckety, and cheese, and then salt and pepper. And I think it's just going to be a case of sort of like bunging it all in. So I'm going to crack on with all that now. And then I'll see you again at the start of Cosy Reading Night. Looking forward to it. And I'll talk you through the books then. Books are coming. Hello, welcome to Cosy Reading Night commenceth. They've already seen me, David. I've been doing cooking in the kitchen. Cooking in the kitchen. The kitchen cooking will be done probably in about 20 minutes. I'm very much looking forward to it. Are you hungry though?
Ish.
No, I still feel I'm full up from our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Reading tonight, guys. As I said, there'd be books. Let's start with David's books first because they're less complicated. Well, you're going to listen to one as well, aren't you?
Yes.
So David bought this in the Little Green Bookshop.
Yeah.
Which is The Girl's Guide to Hunting and Fishing by Melissa Bank. Read us the first line, David, just so we can get a feel of it.
Get a feel.
Get a feel of it.
The land of the lie.
The land of the lie.
The lie of the land. The first line is, when I get there, my brother's first serious girlfriend was 8 years old. 28 to his 20.
8 years
8 years older. Good start.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so first line. So David's other reading plan, because whilst we were away, he became, I feel like I used the word obsessed, and that doesn't really cover how into it you've become, but obsessed with Sudoku whilst we were on our honeymoon. And he bought himself a little Sudoku book. Would you like to show the boys and girls and others the Sudoku book?
There's a pencil already in it.
Pencil ready to go. So David...
just me and my mates from Mensa.
Never ever really saw him without a Sudoku whilst we were away. He would literally sit for like...
Not once I started.
He'd sit for like an hour and only put in like two... I mean, he's much quicker now, but only put in like two numbers.
Yeah.
And just... But you were quite happy just to sit there completely immersed.
I loved it.
So there we go. So he's got his Sudoku book, and then he's thinking of listening to it. Well, you are going to be listening to an audio book. Yeah. Whilst that happens. And what is that audio book?
Well, I've actually got two to choose from.
Yeah. I've just seen the bottom one, and I really didn't get on with it very well. So.
No. Oh, okay. Okay. So the first one, which you didn't get on with very well, is Darren Brown's Happy.
It was so highbrow, David.
Oh, is it?
If it was so highbrow for me...
I've removed it.
Oh, he didn't even wait for me to get to the end of my sentence.
If you're finding it highbrow, then...
There will be no brows.
I don't know how... Right, so I'm going to listen to In the Blink of an Eye.
Okay, which I listened to earlier this year.
Is this one I've heard glimpses of?
I don't think so. It's about... two missing people cases being revisited, but using AI. So they've got like an AI person who like an AI robot who presents as a hologram to come in and help with the missing persons case. I quite enjoyed it. I said it's the book that, do you remember me saying, like, they really try and set the scene really early. They're like, just because I'm a 46-year-old policewoman and I've been off work for 6 weeks, 6 months with no pay, and now you expect me to come back here, even though I don't really want to talk about what happened.
It's like an episode of The Archers.
Yeah, but after that, like, I really enjoyed it, and I feel like it really highlighted some sort of like areas where AI could be useful, but also highlighted areas where AI wouldn't be useful. I thought it was very good, and I hope you enjoy it too. Yeah. And it's a relatively short one, it's 10 hours. If you want to get back into your walks, David, that'd be perfect.
Exactly.
Because the thing is that you're only getting for 21 days, so you've got to...
Do a lot of walking.
Well, you could do one walk a day.
So what I'm predicting is I'm probably going to read very little of this.
Yeah.
And then straight onto the audio book.
Because he wants to get onto
his... get straight onto see how many I can do with these.
There we go. Right, okay, so my reading plans are that I have been desperate to read Yellowface since I bought this in May. I've been so keen to read it.
You've done well, because you were excited. You've done well.
So many people have been messaging me saying, oh, I'm reading it, it's brilliant. And I loved Babel, it's one of my favourite books of the year. So for me to hold on this, as I've done very well, haven't I?
You have done very well.
The first line, if you're interested: the night I watched Athena Lou die, we're celebrating her TV deal with Netflix.
Oh.
Very excited about that. And then also I'm using the bookmark that I was kindly gifted by the lovely owners of the Little Green Bookshop. Now also in there, I bought the cookbook that I'm already cooking from, but I also bought 3 Dahlias by Katie Watson, which is a country house weekend with a murder, and then it's about 3 women who are all playing versions of Dahlia Lively, who is a creation. So a bit like Miss Marple, created by Agatha Christie, Dahlia Lively is someone that was created by Lettice Davenport, and it's got 3 different women who have played her at various stages. So I am keen to get to that, but I mean, Yellowface is sort of trumping everything. And then also I've got Summer by Edith Wharton, which looks gorgeous. And it feels like summer here. That's why I mean, David and I, we aren't in our bestest clothes. I'm in sort of like well, this is a t-shirt I bought on my honeymoon, and I've got a sports bra underneath, and I've got no makeup on, etc, etc. So those two, but also, and this is a book that I bought from an independent bookshop week, for independent bookshop week, Cosy Reading Night in lockdown, because I bought it from Margate Bookshop and got it posted to me, and that's You People by Nikita Lawani, and I'm like about 3/4 of the way through. And tomorrow night, Sunday night, so the night you're probably watching this vlog, this is going to be the book that we're discussing for Patreon Book Club. So I think I'm going to start with Yellowface, then move on to You People. And if I'm being honest, I think these are going to be visited, these are probably going to be July reads. I've also got an audiobook on the go, which I've been listening to while I've been cooking. And this is one that I've already read and also was nominated for the Indie Bookshop Week book prize last year, and that's Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. So this is the first in the series, and the second came out literally like 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to revisit this so that when I went into the second I was fully aware of where I was with it. And bloody hell, it's so good. It's so good. In fact, David, I would recommend you maybe getting your hands on this as well. It's about witches. It's fantastic. I love it. So yeah, very excited to get onto the second one, so listening to the third one. So that's what I'll be doing when I'm like pottering in the kitchen, which won't take long because it's literally just plating it up. Yeah, so I guess we get going then. What do you reckon?
I reckon so.
Start with... so excited to start with this. Start with this. You start with that?
Yep. Couple of pages, done.
Take a little recline, feet up. Let's go for it. Well, this looks delicious, doesn't it? I'm really impressed with it. This also, I mean, it looks delicious in a different way, doesn't it? This looks colourful and well presented. This looks like a dog's dinner. But I'm sure they'll both be delicious. I'm going to now go and present them to my husband. Empty bowls and knives and forks. Put them down. Plate number one, which does look bloody delicious.
This is the salad. Wow, that does look nice.
Doesn't it look good?
So what's at the bottom? Hummus.
Well, a tahini, a whipped tahini, so it is like hummus,
nice.
But it hasn't got any chickpeas in. In fact, I probably could have whizzed up some chickpeas in there.
And then the dog's dinner.
Yeah. Well, it's not a dog's dinner. It just the other one's much.
Oh, I think it looks really nice.
Good. Here we go then.
Oh yeah.
Dinner. Already I feel like I'm going to make that squash thing again. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Here we go then. Let's dish up and decide. How's your book going so far, David?
I'm actually enjoying it. Like,
oh, why the tone of surprise?
Well, because like
you weren't feeling ready for it.
Well, I mean, I've just been struggling with reading lately. Oh dear.
I'm going to go and get the kitchen roll. Tell the boys and girls that you've been struggling with reading.
Oh god, I'm like really not. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I think I've read like one book this year. I mean, I don't read that much anyway, but yeah, I think it's because I'm so fixated on like movies. Yeah, that reading's not really a priority for me as much as it was. Oh,
I look like I'm in it.
But I mean, you know, movies are what I love. The way Lauren loves books. So
that's why I'm called Lauren and the Books.
Yeah.
I've had my surname changed to and the Books.
Yeah, yeah. So I just don't read that often anymore, and.
But you're enjoying the book that you've.
But I'm quite enjoying this. Yes. So I feel like when I do read, I want it to be a book that grabs me.
Yeah. And has this grabbed you?
Well, I mean, it's feeling like it. Do you want to swing the quiche over to you? Well,
I'm a bit nervous about
salad.
chopping the quiche, but I think we'll just have to go for
God,
it.
this looks well nice.
Doesn't it? You know how much we love broccoli.
And I love a red onion.
Yeah, it's got a bit of something. You're not mad on butternut squash though, are you?
I dabble.
He dabbles.
But this looks very nice.
My book, I'm very much enjoying. Would you mind just moving your hand, because this has got to be swift. Oh, in fact, I'm going to have to employ...
Oh, do you want to help us in?
No, it's fine.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you'd given it to me. Sorry, I thought you was...
Yes, I'm very much enjoying it. It's sort of quite darkly humorous. So we're hearing about Athena, who seemingly is perfect, and we're hearing about her from June's point of view. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Are you going to carry on reading whilst you're eating? You can't really do that, can you?
No.
What are you going to do? Just sit there in silence and just...
Well, I might just put my headphones on and listen to a bit of music whilst I'm
Okay, cool. Well, I'll carry on with this then. I've also got a caffeine-free Pepsi Max, which is lovely. It's getting a bit darker in here, isn't it?
Mm.
But we also don't want the lights on because it's too hot. Well, dinner was an absolute roaring success, wouldn't you agree, David?
Yes.
We both loved it. So the quiche was really nice. There's loads of quiche left, and there's a little bit of the squash with the tahini left. So that's going to be leftovers for tomorrow. Leftovers is my favourite. So yeah, can't recommend your Daily Veg more. It was really, really good, by Joe Woodhouse, and I've just started following him on Instagram. And he's got another book out in September, well, 28th of September it comes out, called More Daily Veg. So that, I imagine, will be going on my Christmas or birthday list. I've just seen something that's really excited me. And it's green bean fritters. Good God, I love green beans, so deep fried even more. So yeah, still having a lovely time with this. We'll continue to read it. And now I've got myself a few cherries. The only thing about cherries is that you have to keep spitting the stones out, don't you? But yeah, David's just having a little tidy up, and then I think he's going to crack on with some. Oh, what's he doing? He might even be listening to it now. His audiobook. Back to it anyway. I think I'm going to go and get my pyjamas, David.
All right.
Are you going to get in your comfy trousers?
Pretty comfy as I am.
Good. I'm going to go and get in my pyjamas. I just changed my trousers because I'm very comfy in my top. I've got a sports bra on underneath this, well, like a girlfriend collective bra, and it's very comfy. So I just put on pyjama trousers, David.
Nice.
How are you getting on?
Very well, I'm really enjoying this.
Oh, good. Do you not think you're going to stop for Sudoku?
I don't know. I'm going to see what happens.
We're over halfway now. Something I should have mentioned earlier, guys, is that if you would like to support Independent Bookshop Week from where you are, you don't even need to step outside of your house. Bookshop.org, which are a book-selling website that support independent bookshops, are offering free post and packaging this weekend. So when you're watching this on Sunday, until the end of Sunday. So I will link the website down below if you'd like to go and have a look there. I often do my pre-orders on there, and that's probably where I'm going to pre-order the new more Daily Veg. I was going to say Eat More Veg, but it's called More Daily Veg. So I'll head on over there to pre-order that. So yeah, I will link that down below if you're interested in getting your mitts on some books for free post and packaging. But anyway, back to Yellowface, because I think shit's about to kick off, David. Someone's about to choke to death on a pancake.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, I think it's safe to say that David and I are both very much enjoying our books, aren't we, David?
Mm-hmm.
David's listening to some reading music. Quiet music for reading, the playlist is called. So I've just finished the second chapter of Yellowface. It's very, very pacey. So from the blurb you find out that a very revered young author dies in the company of her friend who is also an author and hasn't had the success that her friend has, and she takes her manuscript that she's just finished literally on the night that she dies, and then passes it off as her own, and that's basically all happened, sort of done now. So anything goes forward, I don't know how it's gonna fall together, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the paciness of the writing. It feels very different to Babel, which is a book that Rebecca F. Kwang had written under R.F. Kwang, which I read earlier this year and loved. But yeah, it's so sharp and like darkly humorous in places, and also based on the title of the book as well, I think there's going to be a lot in there about cultural appropriation and plagiarisation and stuff. Plagiarisation. Is that a thing? No, plagiarism. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. But I am, as I said, I'm going to now read a couple of chapters of You People because I need to have this read by book club, which is tonight, as in when you'll be watching this is tonight. Well, I'm doing all right. I'm on page 168. I've got to write questions for it tomorrow as well, and that takes some time. And it's 229 pages. So, yeah, we're about 60 pages from the end. So I'm going to finish this chapter and read the next one, and then I might go back. No, I might get to 200 pages and then go back and then finish it, hopefully tonight. So then I can just put all my efforts into Yellowface because I'm very much enjoying it. David, do you think you're going to do any Sudoku, or you just...
I think I might. I think I might.
How is your book? Tell us what it's about.
So, it's not actually, like, I never actually read the blurb on this.
It's coming of age, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's
and you love a coming of age story.
Coming of age, so it's good.
A lot of David's favourite films are coming of age stories. You've read lots.
Mm-hmm.
So who's it about? A young girl?
So it's about a young girl called Linda. Is it Linda because it's from her point of view? Sorry, Jane. Jane, and sorry, one of her friends is Linda. And at the minute, so this is her life, and it's a coming of age. And at the minute, she's just talking about summers, going through a summer.
Oh God, that does sound like your thing.
Her older brother, like, he's set in America. Her older brother has brought like a new girlfriend back called Julia. Her brother's called Henry. But it's basically just how, like, she's starting to become, like, she's starting to really like Julie or Julia.
Mm.
And yeah, it's an easy read, and
I've barely had a peek from him, guys, so he must be enjoying it. He must be. Right, okay, anyway, onwards with You People. Well, just before the end of Cosy Reading Night, David said, oh, is there washing outside? And there was. So we went outside to get the washing in. So that's how we ended Cosy Reading Night. But you've just said you've had a lovely time.
I did. I'll tell you what, not that I don't enjoy Cosy Reading Nights, but this has been one of my favourites for as long as I can remember.
Really?
Yeah, I just
think
really
it's
enjoyed
it's
it.
just nice being around each other, because we've just got back from our honeymoon and we spent a lot of time together just sort of being in each other's company, and that was really nice. And then when we've got home, we've basically just been on our phones non-stop, haven't we?
Yeah.
So it probably felt a little bit more like what we've been used to these past 2 weeks, with just sort of reading together and you doing your Sudoku and actually like a book that's grabbed me from the off. How many pages did you read?
I think about 30.
Oh, very good. And you must have listened to about half hour of your audiobook.
Yeah.
Very good, yeah. I can't calculate how much of this I've read, because I've just been reading it. Yes, I am enjoying it. I can't say much on it because it's Patreon Book Club tomorrow night, so and that's where my thoughts go.
But how's this bad boy?
Very, very good. 36 pages I've read of this, so I'm going to...
So you could say believe the hype.
Believe the hype. Believe
Excellent.
the hype. God, I'm so... All of a sudden, I've been relatively cool all evening, and now all of a sudden I've just got involved.
We're getting a nice breezing through there, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there we go. Independent Bookshop Week, Cosy Reading Night. Hopefully you've had a lovely time. We certainly have. Keep on shopping in those independent bookshops, guys. Just keep on...
Keep smiling.
Keep shopping. Keep shopping. Don't you know that you should keep on shopping in those indie bookshops? So we end it right there. Bye.